Anime time! Or video game time? Or manga time? I don't know where this is from. Waifu time. Kawaii time. Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma number 117. It's, I don't know, let me see. Let me try to butcher this name. That's the name. Toaru Majutsu no Index. 11? I don't know. That wasn't so hard. Anyway, she's a nice little cute looking priestess type character with what seems to be real cloth, which I've never seen on a Figma. That was intriguing to me at first. And she comes with a little kitty cat. That was enough for me to buy her. Also, Ami pre-owned section, got it at a reasonably low price. That's why I got it, and that's why we're here, and now I have a look. She is absolutely cute and tiny, and I do have a little bit of research. I had a look at it. Her name is actually Index. It is based on a light novel, and she's an English nun who hooks up with the main character, whatever. So that's as far as I care for. She stands at about under 12 inches, like 11.8 centimeters actually, very tiny. For your inches, that means she goes up to like 4.5, 4.6. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter, a useless goddess, McFarlane White Knight Azrael, and Darkseid. Overall look in detail for this figure. I'm probably gonna say the word adorable a lot because that's what she is. Just put up a count in the comments how many times I do it, or I'm just gonna be careful with it. Anyway, face sculpt looks adorable. Got the rounded eyes with tons of detail in it, also like the eyelashes on top over there, and a bit more of a stubby nose. The hair sculpt has some strains coming down with a very nice light blue, and the rest of it is white and gold. That is the theme of the figure. For the hood, it's sprinkled, they have some wrinkles in it, and it looks nice and flowy. I left some room also out there to the side, so it doesn't really get in the way of your articulation. And the gold line work is good for the most part. It tends somewhat to go over the line a little bit, but not much for me to complain about it. You have kind of like a gem in here, and actually let me take this off. You can see the hair, all the strains going down, and it is just connected with this small pack. The connection is alright. It does hold on. They have some more gold in the chest area with what seems to be shoulder pads on the forearms, the sleeves. There's really not that much to talk about really. It's gems and gold lines. And of course, real cloth, which I said I like it, but it seems, I don't know, it seems kind of weird. Like, it does get into the way and it's obviously not posable. And that's probably the reason why people don't really do a lot of cloth stuff. It feels okay, but it seems kind of cheap, like it might come apart at the seams over time, especially if you play around with it, which I don't really plan on doing, but just be careful with it. And it's pantsu time, which is like really hard to do here. Let me pull all of this up, and it's just a regular white pantsu, nothing too special about it. And some regular brown shoes, and that's really it. It's nice and cute. As for the articulation, it is the most standard for old school Figma. The hat moves back and forth as much as the hair lets it. Does not really tilt side to side on this one. I can't really get much out of it. If I move it up a little bit, still not. Also does not really go all the way around because of the hair. You could try to lean it up a little bit and it probably would go, but I wouldn't force it too much because you hear the noise. And the hair, it is soft-ish, but I feel like this material will probably break off if you play around with it too much. Then you got the double ball combination, one ball in the chest and another ball hinge in the shoulder pads itself. Soft plastic will not get into the way. Also, rotation, it is on a swivel, and a ball hinge in the elbow, which does look fairly clean, doesn't really cut up, break up the sculpt too much, well, when it's stretched, but I personally look at the poses when you move it, that it doesn't leave any gaps. There you have the hinge in the hand, which also swivels. Actually very, very stiff. Careful with that. Chest area. Nothing at all. There's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Then the hips, you can rotate those around. Can bring that back, forward, and side to side. Also swivel on it, but you obviously won't see what's going on over there because of the dress. Legs move forward, legs move out to the side and doesn't really go to the back because of the rope in the back. And then you have the knees, standard stuff, ball hinge in there. Goes up all the way. And then for your shoes, there's no swivel over there, but you have another ball hinge at the foot, back, forward. Does tilt side to side, oh so slightly, not really that much. Weirdly enough, they didn't leave that much room. So, It's a bit blocked and, you know, like I'm saying, it's standard, it's basic. For your accessories, starting off with the face sculpts, you got like the one frowning face and the happy face with the eyes really lighting up. What is not lighting up is my camera right now. It's kind of dark in here, so gotta try to light that up in post. But anyway, you might not even notice it. Then you have another hair piece which does not have a hole in it if you don't want to use the cowl. Then you have the hands. You got two holding hands for the fork and knife, and two more open holding hands, and two fist hands, and also this extra one, the praying hands, because she's a nun, haha. And then there's a simple fork and a knife, has some nice metallic on it, but other than that there's no detail on there. I mean, it doesn't need to be, but that's fine. You have a cat which just rests on her head. I mean, on the pictures it looks like that. It's a very, very small cat, looks anime-like, doesn't have a butthole. Just, I don't know why that would be important, but, you know, anatomically incorrect, boom! And you got a base and a Figma pack for all your Figmas. Final thoughts for this index figure. What do I think about this figure? It's cute. It has a simple design, it has simple articulation, as it is the standard for old school Figma, but I now understand why they probably tried out the cloth rope, and I'm wondering why they didn't try it again. But anyway, remember old school Figmas, when they have a rope, there's usually zero articulation in it. As such, you have zero articulation in the legs, because you can't really move around. They try to fix that by just making it cloth this time around. As such, you're getting some nice leg articulation. It's not in the slightest, but also you don't have any torso articulation. But then again, she's a nun, so you're not gonna have like super excessive ninja action poses, right? The accessories are fun. You have a tiny kitten, which I wish would connect somehow to the top of the hat. That's why I'm not displaying it with it, because it keeps falling down. It's annoying. And then you have a fork and a knife, which do have extra hands for it, which is very much appreciated. And the faces have a ton of personality. I love it. Therefore, I will recommend this one if you can find it at a reasonable price point. As usual, guys, AmiAmi.com pre-owned section, Mandarake.com. Go there if you want to find old school Figmas at reasonable prices. That's why I'm getting mine. That's why you can get yours, if I don't snag them away first. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever index wants. Like some connection for the kitty cat. That's like my biggest complaint, which not really a complaint, but